Yes. Here's what's happening. So you were sort of saying, my relationship with Ben Shapiro and what that has done, to my standing in Hollywood. The thing about Hollywood and folks on the left, and I always try to modify it by saying libertarians are libertarians. Bill Maher's a libertarian. He's not a lefty.
Bill Maher's a libertarian. He's not a lefty.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But Hollywood isn't run by libertarians. Hollywood is run by people who claim they're live and let live and libertarian, and they don't judge. They judge their fucking asses off. All they do is sit around all day and judge. The people who tell you you can't judge, the people who tell you can't judge a person by their gender or their race or their sexual proclivities, all those hypocrite assholes do is judge. That's all they do. And if you run afoul of them, they judge the shit out of you, and then they try to prevent you from working, which they're quite successful at. If you, in fact, host a dating show or a game show, the list goes on and on. They will remove you from your livelihood. They, who never stop complaining about McCarthyism, never stop attempting to practice McCarthyism. So they're insecure hypocrites. And frankly, a lot of them are dicks. Like, they're not nice people. They're not nearly as friendly as they try to come across as they care about everything, and their dogs are rescue, and, their pants are made of sustainable hemp seed or whatever. They're a bunch of blowhard douchebags. I don't have any time for them. Now, the good news is I have deemed myself funny, so I don't need to worry about my next gig that hopefully they'll hand out to me, because I figured out a long time ago they weren't going to hand out any gigs to me. I was going to have to create my own jobs and my own platforms and so on and so forth. What the idiots on the left in Hollywood didn't realize, and what they'd sort of done, is they'd given birth to guys like Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire. Their greatest nightmare they created.
Yeah.
They created their greatest nightmare by clamping down so hard on what jokes could be told and what speech could be spoken in their own town with all their legacy media and all the traditional Netflix or HBOs or anything. Those guys got so far left and clamped down and punished creative types so hard that they gave a platform to Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire, and many other examples. And those guys popped up and said, well, if half the country is being called deplorable, we'll then create entertainment for half the country.